Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. Sorry, my my nose is running, so I need to blow it. But today was an interesting, unexpected day, in some sense, because basically, like in the team, there was this discussion about AI and machine learning projects in my team. I was not pursuing them. I was like, I'm not gonna pursue this unless someone asks me to, because I spent way too much energy working on it and like pushing for it, but people didn't really care. So I was like, fine, I don't care. I will just do my job. And like, also, it was like I got like back uh, like that was almost a year ago, but basically I got a bad performance rating because I was trying to do so much innovation and stuff. And I'm like, if that's what I get for trying to do good stuff, then I'm just not gonna do it, and just do the boring stuff that I'm asked to do in my job. And now that I've been doing the boring stuff, they are happy with my performance. So I'm like, great, have fun. Um, but yeah, like basically today we had this discussion. Like actually, I did not even bring it up. Our TPM brought it up. Our TPM is someone that I respect a lot and I'm very fond of. But they're now with this whole thing going on with generative AI and our director really trying to push it forward and like try to have ideas come to life in our org. I guess now it makes more sense for them. But it's like I mean I don't want to complain about this, but I was preaching to them this stuff like 9 months ago, a year ago, and they wouldn't listen. So now that there is this all this hype around it, it's now that you're starting to act, but still it's better than nothing. So yeah, I had mixed feelings about it because it brought up the whole situation, like how I felt about the applied science transition and the lack of support that I got and all of that stuff. I mean, not exactly lack of support, but just putting this huge weight on me. Like the least senior person in the team at the time to basically come up with something crazy just for them to fund it and like get me to do what I want to do. But it's like, no, like it makes sense just from a business perspective. I don't have to break my back and like do crazy stuff, work overtime and all of that stuff just so that you can make more money and like hedge against the risk that is inevitably associated with trying to do something new and that's something innovative. So I was just like a bit pissed or like just disenchanted in a sense. But basically, okay, I don't know honestly what to make of this because I think probably I like this is coming up first because of the push of our director, which I think very highly of, by the way. I really respect him, and I really do believe that he wants to have an impact. I think my problem is with the leadership in between me and the director, so lots of levels there. But yeah, that's one thing. But I mean, no, this is not to complain or anything, but it just brought up these hard feelings for me. So just trying to process them and all of that. But basically, like my team this time, this initiative is coming specifically from my team that they want me to spend 30% of my time investigating some project that allows us to automate a lot of the manual tasks that we do thanks to generative AI. And actually, they want me to allocate 30% of my time, and this is coming directly from the person who does our planning. So for the first time it's something that's a bit more concrete. But I also feel like this is not only something that's because of this whole thing that's happening with the director, but because I've been talking to this other team about working on their project. And actually, I'm gonna have my first one to like my second one-to-one with their manager on Monday to figure out what we're gonna do. But I think probably like basically before this manager, like he went on parental leave for a month. So the last time I spoke to him, he was about to go on parental leave, and he brought it up with my manager slash skip level manager, and I think probably now my skip level manager slash manager are realizing that I'm about, to like start working for this team. Like I told this team that I would work on it for them even in my free time because I really want just to work on the topic and do something that I find interesting and exciting. And I think like both of these things are starting to play a role because I think probably they're realizing that I'm about to change themes or like find a way to change themes, and they're realizing that maybe they cannot take me for granted anymore. And yeah, I mean, like when was this when I really wanted it, and now I'm like, oh really? It's now that you want this? Like, I really don't care anymore. So like after all that you put me through, like this is now you finally want to do this. This is not like directly as like actually my TPM has nothing to do with it. I think it has to do more with the leadership because they say a lot of stuff, but they don't follow up with it. Like, oh, we care about innovation, we care about, but then they don't put, I guess, their money where their mouths are. Like, they don't actually allocate any resources or headcount to do this innovation. So they expect you to do it in your free time or whatever. Come up with something great for them that will make them look good. But don't do it during your work hours because that's headcount that's already allocated. No, you have to do it in your free time and fight for it so that they can get the credit in the end and get all of the money. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I have better things to do with my time. So if you want, like, all of the big benefits that I've been telling you about for so long, you're just gonna have to allocate a percentage of someone's time on it. And I mean, it's a good thing that I think they're probably finally realizing this, but I don't know, it just kind of seems like it's a bit, like maybe a way to keep me in the team, or I really don't know honestly, because I was finally starting to get excited about this other team and working with them. The manager seems great. I know a few people from that team. I mean, just one person from that team that I really like, and uh, they like basically before this manager went on leave, he went and like wanted to have a discussion with my skip level manager or like previous manager basically before my current manager came back from like basically the guy that was my manager for a while, and asking him that I spend 50% of my time on this project. And now probably like this project is also, to like this project that my team is proposing to me that I work on, like they are asking me to allocate 30% of my time on it for the time being, is probably, like a way to like not allow me to work on that other project. Like, I don't know. I really don't know, because also that manager from the other team seems like a very empathetic and like good willing person, and he didn't want like whenever I was telling him, oh yeah, I'm willing to work on this in my free time, he insisted that no, we don't want you working on this in your free time. We should allocate some portion of your time, like let's discuss with your manager that we allocate a portion of your time on this and all of that stuff. But the fact that there is this new project coming up might mean that I might not get to work on that project with that other team, but I want to work with that other team. I don't want to just stay in this team because honestly, like I love the people, but I'm just waiting for my citizenship and then I'll figure something out because like I don't like there. First of all, like okay, the team can be great and everything, but I will not grow in this area if I'm on my own here. Like I'm not superhuman. I need mentorship. I need people who are familiar with the topic and who know what they're doing to coach me and help me grow. And I don't want to be the person that always has to explain everything and like try to prove my worth because it's just genuinely exhausting. So, and I've tried it, but it doesn't lead anywhere, especially when you're as junior as I am. And yeah, it's just exhausting. To be honest, it takes way more effort than I want to put in because, like, they've lost. Like, I've decided that I'm not giving away that part of me anymore to my job. Like, I tried and it didn't turn out well. So that taught me my lesson for this team specifically. Like I know what they value, so I'm just gonna work on what they value, and um, for the time being, that's okay, and I've learned to accept it. So now is not the time to come dangle stuff in front of me. You know, I don't know with what goal, what purpose, whatever. I really don't know, and if it comes to it, like I'm changing teams. Like I'm not staying in this team. If I get to choose between that other team and this team, like I'm 100% switching teams because uh, you know, like if hopefully it gets to that. I mean, I pray that it does, but yeah, like I'm just ready for a change because the leadership in this team has like just honestly like lost my trust when it comes to believing that they actually care. I mean, I know that my TPM cares. My current manager also does, but my previous manager, I don't think he cared that much. I think he just did the most convenient thing for him, or like did not really care that much. So yeah, and that's okay. You know, like I'm also ready for a change. It's true that I've gained a lot of knowledge in this team, and it will be good to compound on it. But if this is any indication of the future, like I cannot expect anything better from them than what they have given me, and uh, I'm not I'm not being a martyr. I'm not sacrificing my life and career and like a manager that genuinely seems to care for you know for the sake of staying in a domain that now I'm familiar with and that now I have internal knowledge in after like so much pain. Yeah, it's just not like it is what it is. I love my team, but there is some point where like when you break some boundaries, like the whole thing about this manager like telling me, oh, you're too emotional and all of that stuff. I don't want to work under someone who thinks that way, and I don't want to be in someone like in his reporting line. I don't want him to have any sort of power over me because those are not what I believe are the best values to have, and they go against everything basically like that really matters, like psychological safety, like just I'm not allowed to feel. So I mean, I've been hiding my feelings, always trying to sound positive and all of that stuff, even when I didn't feel that way uh, ever since. and this is not a way to live, and I'm not like not gonna compromise my heart for some freaking person who has this cynical view of the world of, oh, you have to be tough because the world needs you to be tough and not to have emotions. Like, come on, we're all human. We all have emotions. It's just that you have been taught in your freaking masculine way of living that it's not good to have emotions. But yeah, I'm still not over that. I usually try not to think too much about it. I thought I was over it, but like just talking about this, like, is rehashing some not so good feelings. So yeah, I needed to deal with that today. My God. Anyway, it's a good thing. I mean, I don't know what's gonna come of it. I honestly don't have that many expectations. I'm done having expectations with this team. I'm just gonna do my job, do my thing, get things going, and that's it. Because they like, I'm not gonna go like crazy, like above and beyond for some for like I'm a like a leadership that does not care. In the end, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna fight tooth and nail for people who don't want to see me, like don't believe that I can do it. I don't want to waste my energy proving them wrong, and so I'm not. I'm just gonna uh, try and find a place where instead of spending all of my energy trying to prove some freaking people that they're wrong, I can use my energy, like I can use my energy to do some good, and by being having a supportive manager who knows what they're doing and like who's really aware of my abilities, we can use that energy to actually do some good in this world instead of just fighting the friction that comes with the environment, whichever environment that I'm in. So yeah, that's why I've decided like not to care as much. Like especially in this team, like for now it's temporary. It's okay. I'm very loyal. I'm very like whenever someone needs my help or there's anything I can do to help, I will do. I will do it, but I'm not gonna go above and beyond for you know leadership that does not care. And yeah, I know that at the director level, like this other team is also under the same director, so I really like the director and I really do believe that he has the organization's best intentions at heart. I just think that the leadership in between is really defective and too focused on the status quo and too focused on stupid stuff that doesn't really matter and like too short-term minded that I don't know. It doesn't align with my values, but it's what I've had to deal with so far, and it's okay because I'm sure that this will not be the only time in my career or life that I'll have to deal with short-term focused people who are just focused on metrics rather than actual having an actual positive impact. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste my energy trying to change their mind or prove them wrong. Let them be. Uh, I'm just gonna use my energy on doing some other positive thing in my life or like serving some other people, and that's it. So yeah, that was what I I had decided. It's been working out well so far. I've had lots of peace of mind, not as much tension in my head. Just doing what I need to do for now before I hopefully get my citizenship, and then we will see what we will do in the future. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in today. This was an unexpected reaction. I did not expect to have all of these emotions in this video today, but I can't really control any of that. So better just accept it and move on. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, and you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!